check, 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need. Get over the fear and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. And today we have podcast, 244. It is a scenario question, and I'm going to try my best. It looks like a fun one. And remember, if you're thinking about coaching, jump on into the coaching program, take it for a spin, and we'll get you trained in real estate investing. Here we go with the scenario question. My wife fell in love with a fix and flip we did. It's financed with hard money, ouch. And now she really, really wants to move into the home and make it our primary residence. Could I purchase the property myself using a conventional mortgage? Are there ethical considerations, or is this just another creative financing opportunity? Let me assume for a second that you actually own it in like an LLC or a corp or something. And you're not going to purchase it from yourself, because keep in mind, anytime that you get a loan, the lender's going to ask you if there's any arm's length transactions happening between you and the seller. You got to say yes to that because you are the seller. You know, you're an officer in the corporation, or the officer in the LLC, and so you've got to say yes to that. You can't say no. If you do, that's mortgage fraud or lender fraud. So in a case, you can't really buy it from yourself. You can, however, refinance it at 6 months or 90 days, whatever the limit is from your lender, whatever their criteria is. Now, the biggest issue is on a purchase, because you increase value and you can get like an FHA loan, assuming it's within FHA limits and what have you. You can get a pretty good hefty loan and do a lot of leverage there. Where on a refi, you can't. You know, they're not going to let you pull out at all more than 80%, probably just 75%. Now, maybe what you could do is go back to your lender on your hard money side and see if there's anything that you can negotiate there. Probably not going to be. However, you never know. You know, this happens. It happens to a lot of us. You know, I haven't necessarily moved into a house that I bought as an investment to stay there. I did move into a home while I was between homes. Mine wasn't ready yet, so I moved into one. And yeah, I fell in love with it. It had everything I wanted. It had a swimming pool, had all kinds of stuff. But it was just an investment. I looked at it like that. When I was done with, you know, when I could move out of it, when my facility was ready, then I sold it and made money. So you just got to look at stuff like that. And but if it's something that you just want to fall forward in and own it like a personal residence, wait the 6 months, refinance it. Yeah, you're going to take a hit on not being able to leverage it to the maximum amount, but don't do anything silly. You know, don't pretend you're not the LLC or the corp that owns it. Don't do anything like that, because you are going to sign that statement of arm's length transactions. Since that was a short one, everybody, let's go to some questions. I got a list of 5 questions here as backup. Always try to be prepared. So we're going to ask 5 questions, and here we go. Question number 1. If we are just starting out, should we still try calling? Very high-end, expensive for our area, for sale by owners. No, I wouldn't. No, FSBO for $1 million, not going to call them unless I know them. How you doing, Tom? Kind of thing. If I don't know them, I'm not going to call something outside of the median for my market. And yeah, if it's a little bit more than median, maybe I will. But no, I'm not going to call the $1 million house. Question number 2. How to systemize my business and scale it. Gosh, that's what our coaching program's kind of a little bit about, or all about, is systemizing. The reality is you have to figure out how to do all the tasks and what you want to be done in all the tasks. And I like using xand, which is a program that you can download. And you start with, this task, and you start doing all the little possibilities around it. And that creates systems. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 kind of stuff. And then you're going to find out that from all of these little steps, you're going to create steps to solve for those. So the system's now going to start growing, which is the great thing about xand. You can just it grows and it's easy to implement. It takes about a week to do a system. And then once you have all the systems for your business, then you can scale it. And we use a CRM called Infusionsoft, and we have put all of our systems in that. It took us a long time to do that. However, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. The phone rings. It opens our system up. It goes right to the script to ask all the seller questions. When they schedule the appointment, it goes to the Ryan calendar. They know to call them back. Their computers pops up with all their questions. It goes, if we buy the house, all of that stuff pops up. If we don't buy the house, follow through pops up. If we don't even get close to even buying the house, but we have the email address, we have systems for sending out all those emails, all those text messages, all the call follow-ups, the 15, 30, 60, 90-day follow-ups, all the text message follow-ups, all the voicemail message follow-ups. And then finally, if we buy the house, then we have all the systems in there for the transaction coordinator on the purchase side, but then we also have all the systems inside of it for the resale side, managing realtors and all that kind of good stuff. And gotta say, it's a big platform. Now, here's the good news. If you're a coaching student, and my coaching program's only $1,197 for 6 months or $247 a month for 6 months. If you're a coaching program student, then within about 30 days or less, it's going to be less than 30 days, we're actually launching our own CRM, which we are going to allow our coaching students to use. So they don't even need to buy anything. And they're going to have this mega platform that systemizes your business. This thing will go from the outbound marketing, that's the cool part, the inbound call, so it'll have all the scripts, appointment setting, did I get an appointment or not? It'll open up escrow, open up the closing kind of thing. It'll manage the inspections, the appraiser, the repair. If I'm flipping it, it's going to manage the wholesale deal or the assignment deal or the flip deal or the hotel deal at the same time. It's going to manage escrow. If I keep it as passive, it'll manage my tenants and all the income and all that kind of good stuff. If I'm a realtor and I'm showing it myself, or if it's on the MLS, it's going to manage showings and showing instructions. And at the end of the day, it's going to be everything I need. And that's going to be free to our coaching students within the next 30 days.
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. What do you say to someone who says, Zillow says my property is worth X times, and that's how much I want for it? Great. I'd ask them to call Zillow. So, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what I'm understanding you to say is Zillow wants to pay you $500,000 for your property. If you just go online to Zillow.com and find their phone number, please give them a call, because if that's what they think it's worth, maybe they would be the best buyer for you. Because everybody knows the Zillow number's wrong. They're just hoping that you're not as smart as, they are. And so you have to say, hey, it's not a real number. In fact, build that into your presentation. One of the things that is happening in our data age that we're going through right now is some of the data providers are getting into trouble because they're telling people, they're just those little itty bitty lies. They're over anticipating things, and gosh, it just seems so unfair. But call Zillow. Question number 4. Is there a way to do a subject to deal with a person who has a reverse mortgage on their house? Let me think about that for a second, because they have to be a certain age. It's a credit line, and they're getting paid. I don't know why you would. I guess you could. No, that's not true. The due-on is about a 12-month cycle. So because on a reverse mortgage, you can't turn a reverse mortgage even into a rental, because if you do, they're going to call the loan, and that's about a 12-month cycle. And if someone passes away, it's about a 12-month cycle as well. So they're not going to harass you too harsh, I should say, in that case. But yeah, no, I guess you could, but I don't know why you would. And then you're going to get caught doing it. I wouldn't do it. Question number 5. Let me think again. No, wouldn't do it. Boy, this was a good thought. I'm thinking, what would be my advantage? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. Question number 5. If I make a blind offer and not view the property on the inside, what if my end buyer, which I'm wholesaling the property to, would like to see the property? Well, it's one of the things we do on the last question we ask is for the person to send us pictures. We're going to confirm the appointment we've set for you. And on that confirmation email, if you could reply to that with some interior and exterior pictures, and we would appreciate that. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. Sometimes they say, I live out of state, I live out of the area. Beautiful thing about Uber, get Uber on the phone and call them, send them over, get a taxi driver on the phone, send them over, pay them to go inside that house and take some pictures. Everybody has a camera phone. If the seller wanted to sell a house bad enough, they take some pictures of it. But you get pictures. With the picture, you can actually see more things than you can see while you're there. And here's what I mean by that. When you're there, you're walking pretty fast. You're not slowing down. You're not waiting to see what you didn't see before. Well, with the picture, you can blow them up, magnify them. You can look at all the pieces, the rust stains, the ceiling stains, the carpet rolls, things that aren't closed all the way. You can see clutter. You can see boxes already packed. You can see pristine. You can see all kinds of things in pictures that are really important to us. And it's those same pictures you're going to use to sell the house to your wholesaler. So pictures are important. So get those pictures, and then you won't have blind offers. Great questions, guys. I got to really be thinking about this reverse mortgage. And if I change my mind, I'm going to come back on a podcast and actually say that. But at this point, I guess you could do it for a limited period of time. You'd want to freeze the credit line because it's just a reverse credit line. And so they can't continue to take money out of it. And yeah, I guess you could, but they're highly aware of these things. And besides that, it's a really expensive loan. Yeah. If I change my mind, I'll get you guys back on podcast and let you know. I researched reverse mortgages in depth, so because they're coming at us. We've got to know what they're about. We need to know the truth. So yeah, great questions. Really appreciate it. Sorry I'm rambling. I really enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoy it too. You guys take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.